To make a rack and pinion, I'm going to play this animation here I made in Blender. I drew all the items up in freecad, put them into Blender, and just see how they meshed, and everything works really well. So to get started, what I did is I went into freecad. Here is my pinion gear, and here's my rack. So the easiest part I would say would be the pinion gear. The rack is a little harder. So if I go to the pinion, I'm going to explain what I kind of did. I'm going to open up a new file, and it is pretty simple. Whenever you open up a new freecad file, you have to change this menu to part design, and then you'll click this button. It says new body. It'll create a new body. Click that, then click part design, and then hit involute gear down here at the bottom. When you do that, you'll see the outline of a gear appears. I put the dimensions in. Let's see, I'm gonna go back to my pinion. The module there's a formula that makes the module get the correct size for the gear. It was kind of confusing. Let's go back here and cancel that real quick. Go back to my pinion. I can tell you what my size was. This is a 2-inch gear, so the module is 0.1 inches. So then, if I want to replicate that, I need to go back and I'll recreate my involute gear. I'll change my module to 0.1, and then I will add the inches symbol, and then you can change your number of teeth. I had 20 teeth. Take that down to 20. Oops, went down a little more. I'll take it up to 20, just like that, and it's basically that simple. Now I have the sketch drawn. I can click the pad button, and it'll turn it into a gear. I'll make it 1/2 inch, and then I just put a hole in the center of it, which is really simple. I just clicked on the face and then created a new sketch, and then I can make a hole, and then I can click the pocket button, and then I can change the type to through all, and then it makes a hole in it. And then I just chamfered the edges by clicking on both of these, adding a small chamfer, and that was it. So you have the gear drawn now. The rack was definitely a little bit more complicated. If I go here to my sketch, find it. Here's my sketch. I have a few different dimensions going on here. I have this dimension here, which is 0.31415. That probably sounds familiar. That's pi. And these dimensions here, which are all based around the dimensions of the gear itself. So I just took these dimensions basically manually from my pinion. I just checked what this dimension was with the measuring tool. That's about 0.1 inches, so that's what I made the tip of the rack. And then back here, I made it a 110-degree angle, which is about what you want. And so then this will mesh into the gear, and then I set the length, like the thickness of the rack itself, and then I used this is the linear pattern feature, and I basically copied it and told it how long I wanted it to be and how many occurrences, and then it just filled all that in. So then I had the rack and the pinion, and then once I had that, what I did was I wanted to check to make sure everything fits together nicely. So I selected it, went to File, I exported it as an STL, and then you can go here into Blender, and then you can do File, Import, STL, find your file, and then import it. Once I had these imported, it basically just kind of looked like this, except of course they were really big, so I had to scale them down a little bit. Once I had them scaled down, everything meshed perfectly. I moved them around, and I really liked it, and I just wanted to animate it just to really it's really cool to animate things. You just get an idea of what it'll look like. And just make sure everything meshes. Now I can even look at this and see that it's not hitting anywhere. Basically, I just moved the gear and moved the rack down with the gear and animated it 10 frames apart. It was pretty straightforward. It was pretty simple, but it looks really cool. And now I have a rack and pinion I have everything drawn up in CAD, so I have all the dimensions I need to do, and basically I'm ready to make this, laser cut it out.